and travel to Stoke this Saturday. I think they're quite better. They're like a bettable favourite in my opinion. 1.7 William Hill, but I actually think the price should be slightly higher. What do you think?
I think this is a pretty good price, to be honest, on Man City for this game. You've got a team that sits top of the league. They've won 9 out of 14 games so far this season, and they're just looking like they're returning to form with Sergio Aguero back up front. So I think that looks like a pretty good price for them, albeit away at a decent Stoke side. But I would fancy them to win that, and I think that's a pretty good price, which I would definitely consider.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take that bet, Manchester City. The problem is which Stoke is going to turn up. Is it going to be the Stoke that beat Southampton and Chelsea, or is it going to be the Stoke that lost against Sunderland? Like, which one's turning up, do you think, on the weekend?
Yeah, it's so hard to predict. That's a really good point. I mean, both teams actually are so erratic. Every time you expect Stoke to win, they lose, and every time you expect them to lose, they win. They pulled off a great feat in beating Chelsea, and they were magnificent. But when you really expect them to turn up, they don't. So I think they'll raise their game for this. I think they'll look good, but I still fancy Man City to be strong enough to overcome them in this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Another bet, though, I'm looking at is the under 2.5 goals. You can get that 2.05 at 888 Sport. Manchester City have only conceded 7 on the road compared to 23 at home. That's quite a difference there. And Stoke have only conceded 5 at home. This says to me the under 2.5 goals. Is that what you were thinking?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, at home, Man City have to really attack and have to really go all out against the other team to put on a show in front of their fans. But away from home, they can afford to sit back. They're quite strong defensively, and they can look to just pick off opponents on the break. They've got a lot of pace going forward. I really can't see this being a particularly high-scoring game. I think Man City could well take a narrow lead and just sit on it and just preserve it, really. Stoke aren't exactly a particularly high-scoring team, and they're relatively strong at the back as well. So I would expect this to be a hard-fought, low-scoring game as well.
All right, fantastic. Martin, thank you for joining us.
Thanks.